Fight back! Fight back!
Yeah. What you want to slab, nigga? I put half on half with it. Make mine off the back.
Crossbow family coming at you with a Christmas horror stories. You know why? Because it's around that time. It's finna be the holidays. And some people Christmases don't go the right way. So let's see. I'm finna get right into it. Hope y'all like it. Like and subscribe, please and thank you.
Groundhog Day has always been a strange tradition to me, ever since I learned what a groundhog really is. It was my older brother who taught me, and I'll never forget it. But I guess, just like everyone else, I'll never speak on it either. And I'll keep the sham about those timid little mammals alive. That being said, I need to know that I'm not alone in hiding the truth about groundhogs, those buried secrets. For this reason, I'm sharing a key childhood memory to the internet, anonymously, of course. It was Christmas.
What is he talking about? What's going on about a groundhog?
And far more ignorant.
I don't know. Y'all don't know. Maybe y'all do know. Let me know.
And our parents had rented a winter cottage in the countryside for the holiday weekend. They wanted to get away from the noise of the city and retreat to the old-fashioned ways of living. Furnaces and firewood, no connection to the outside world and all that. The rustic essentials. All my brother and I cared about were the wide-open spaces of trees and fresh powder without one chaperone in sight. On the first evening, while our parents were preparing dinner in the cottage, my brother and I were out playing in the snow, building forts and staging great battles with snowballs. Then, to our surprise, another kid around our age appeared from within the trees, and we stopped. "Hey, you guys must be the new visitors. Do you think I could join in?" We shrugged and let him over. For the rest of the evening, we teamed up as brothers against the alien invader, pelting him with snowballs from our impenetrable forts. He quickly got tired of our camping. "Hey, you guys should follow me to this clearing I know of. There's way more open space. Don't worry, I live around here, so it's safe." "Nah, man, it's different for us. Maybe next time."
Exactly.
"Both of you are a bunch of chicken shits." We ignored him and went inside the
I
cottage.
don't know you.
Dinner was on the table waiting for
know
us.
you.
Man, was it delicious?
Back up.
Don't knock firewood smoked ham until you've tried it. That stuff
You
put
gotta
us
beat
right
his
to
ass,
sleep.
though.
The next morning was Christmas Day, and also our last full day at the cottage. We were to leave the following morning on Sunday. For the first little while, we were stuck inside, opening presents with our parents and doing all sorts of obligatory bonding activities. We were itching to get outside the whole time. Snow just doesn't fall the same in the city as it does out in the wilderness. Finally, when they started on dinner once again, my brother and I were free to resume our snowball fight. We built up our defense forts even more, but right as we were about to launch the first attacks, the same kid from yesterday showed up again. "You boys gonna hide in your little trenches all day again? Or are you gonna come join me on the battlefield like real men?" His delivery struck a nerve in both of us as we were huddled with our faces in the snow. "Fine, man.
Nigga,
we'll
who
go.
Are you?
That's what I like to hear."
That's
Wait,
the
let me
main
tell Mom
question.
and Dad we're leaving
Who
first.
are you? Where's your
come
parents?
on.
Where is your
Do
mother?
You need Mommy and Daddy's permission for everything? This kid and his harsh words were getting to me. I gave in and joined my brother in his vow to pummel that jerk with snowballs. So, we followed him through the forest for about half a mile until we reached the massive flat clearing surrounded by
even
huge
at this age, I never would have took that.
The kid threw first without warning. So
Amal,
my
you
brother
come
and I
here.
teamed up again and did battle for several hours. Not that I liked the kid, but it sure was fun to have a real enemy for a snowball fight. After a long, heartfelt fury of battle, all three of us were ready for a break. The local kid retreated into the woods for a piss, while my brother
They don't know how to get home.
Well won. As soon as the kid returned, he was back at it with the snowballs, except they weren't normal snowballs. They were yellow. He nailed both of us in the face with yellow snow before we could react. "Piss balls! Get got, chumps!" I started to cry, but my brother had a different reaction. I saw the rage flare up in his eyes before he ran the kid down and threw him into the snow.
Damn. Gotta add. Hold on. He didn't do that. Hold on.
Grappling on top of him and laying into him with fists. Swing.
Come on, lean into him with
Without
fists.
end. All I could think about was how late it was getting and how we need to get
They
back to the
sporadically
cottage before it
caressing
got
him
dark.
with knuckles.
Stop! Stop! I'll call the cops! You'll go to jail! You're assaulting me!
My brother was
You're
amazed.
assaulting
He continued to
me.
beat that poor kid into a bloody pulp.
Oh,
Eventually,
shit, my
there were no
pants.
more screams. Yet still, my brother maintained his barrage of punches, splattering crimson
Damn.
into the snow surrounding them. I was so confused.
Damn.
I'd never seen my brother do anything like that. When he finally
Damn.
let up, he came to me and put a bloodied hand on my shoulder. Hey, little bro. Help me bury this kid in the snow.
Damn.
Hurry up or I'll beat the crap out of you too.
Damn.
The shock of the situation sent me into
What
autopilot.
do you do?
I helped dig the hole on my hands and knees. Still
What
sitting up.
do you
When
do?
I caught a look at that poor kid's face, or what was left of it, I nearly vomited. As
Come
we
on, what
covered
was
the
like?
body,
He beat that
the
nigga
sun
face
began to
in or
disappear
something?
beyond the horizon, along with my innocence. The rest of that weekend was unbearably tense. We returned to the cottage in darkness, late for dinner, and got interrogated by our parents. Neither of us said anything about what
I'm
happened.
thinking
Just a
he
load
finna
of
set
flimsy
them up.
excuses. We didn't need
Buddy
each
get
other.
beat to death. Hold on.
That
Don't
night,
listen to
when
me. I'm
Nyra
not.
was home to
Oh,
sleep,
hey, don't listen
my
to me.
brother did his best to explain everything. That was just a groundhog, little bro. Don't worry about anything. Lots of jerks like him become groundhogs. People call jerks pigs and hogs all the time, and the ones people hate the most end up in the ground, buried in the dirt or snow, like we just did. Haven't you heard of Groundhog's Day? It was a lot for me to handle, learning that what we did was actually a Western tradition, that those little rodents are just used to conceal the grim reality. I still find it hard to believe, but you tell me.
That's crazy if that's true. This is number 2. Let's see
Santa
how-
Claus is a fat, phony fraud. I know
Why?
it. You know it. Everybody knows it.
Why?
The big difference between you and me is that I had
The
guts to
body
go and
type.
prove it. All these non-player characters in society masquerading as thinking human beings, just believing the ridiculous
Peak
narrative that's been fed to
masculine
them. And so
physique.
Beastman breaks into their house every year and gives them useless junk. Any logical person with his legendary power would just rob the whole world blind.
Oh my
It's
goodness.
absolutely shameful that parents indoctrinate their children into this farce in this modern day. No wonder we can't face our existential threats. We're too caught up in fairy tales like Santa Claus. But I'm here to put an end to this.
You thinking that
once
big,
and for
but-
all. Just this last year, I have eyewitness indisputable proof that there is no man or being Santa Claus, but that the myth of the overweight home invader is perpetuated by an unspoken society of Santa Claus imposters. I've been trying to catch my local agent of the conspiracy for years, camping out on the living room couch every Christmas Eve, but every night passing out from the boredom, or maybe the chemtrails, seeing
Come on,
him
man,
moments
with the
before his
chemtrails.
arrival. Each time he slipped away, my curiosity burned hotter. 365 days is a lot of time, but that's how long I had to wait every time I screwed up. So, I learned to be prepared. To finally catch him, I trekked out into the snow and bought 2 highly caffeinated energy drinks and chugged them before bedtime. That would keep me awake, but I knew it wouldn't be enough proof just to see him. I think I had a pretty ingenious solution to this problem with a quick purchase on the dark web a few weeks prior. Every night before Christmas, my mother would bake cookies,
You
and
bought
my father
something
would
with
make sure to
dark
tell
web.
me,
Hey, son, don't forget to set out some milk and cookies for Santa. It's the eldest child's duty to Christmas.
"Yes, Father." And this year, I made sure to set everything out after everyone else had already gone to bed, to make sure it was nice and fresh for him. If Santa Claus wants some milk and cookies, he can have the best there is around. It's the perfect bait for the glutton. By 11 o'clock, I was positioned on the couch next to the fireplace with my eyes closed, faking sleep. Like
I'm
a pro,
thinking,
despite
if
all
I'm
the
thinking what I'm
caffeine
thinking is
coursing through my
right,
veins.
I might be right this
After what
time.
felt like hours of waiting in a deep meditative state, I finally heard him making his way into the house like a bull in a china closet. But when I opened my eyes, he wasn't standing at the hearth. He was already at the Christmas tree, down on one knee and laying out presents.
Hey, how'd you get in here?
Or should I say, ho ho ho! What are you doing up so late?
Who are you and how did you get in my house?
Why, I'm Santa Claus, young man, and I came in through the chimney. How else would I get in?
You're the St. Nicholas.
Of course I am, son. I came with all the presents you and your little brother wished for.
Well then, my apologies. Just don't forget your milk and cookies, Santa.
Oh, thank you, kiddo. That's very sweet of you.
As he waddled over to the end table with the midnight snack, I didn't take my eyes off him for a moment. I wanted to absorb every detail of this sighting. The way he crammed those sugar bombs into his gullet with all the crumbs falling into his tangled mess of a beard, and the downright wasteful speed with which he chugged the entire tall glass of milk. Disgusting. After he finished his diabetic binge, he didn't look me in the eye. He just stumbled back to the tree to set out the rest of the presents and started on his way out through the fireplace.
I guess I'd better be going by now. Lots of other houses to...
My plan was working perfectly.
The
I
nigga
was
is
just about to
poisoning
crack the
his
big
father, son.
Son, what was in that?
The nigga is
He collapsed to the
poisoning
floor with a
his
huge
father,
gulp. Just as I
son.
uncovered the identity of the imposter, I knew that voice, and I should have known it earlier. It was my father. My mother and my little brother both awoke to the startling sound of his fall. They rushed out of their rooms and looked on in horror, like their entire worlds had been shattered.
Oh my
Oh boy, what have you
goodness.
done?
My little brother started bawling, but my mother wasn't there for him. She rushed to my father's aid, but it was too late. It was a pitiful sight, really. I admit, I had to take drastic measures to uncover the truth of the Santa Claus conspiracy. But even after all the sacrifices I've made, my resolve is still strong, because I know that it was all in the honest pursuit of truth.
What the fuck? Oh,